Hello, this is Miss Morningstar. We are starting a new unit on solving systems of equations. I wanted to start with an example of how you could use this to solve a problem in the real world. I know you guys think, oh, we don't really use this in the real world, but I had this example, not that you want to be a car salesman, but let's say you did, and you had two job offers. The first job offer, you could earn $600 per month and a commission of 2% of your total sales. That means you earn a percentage of the cars that you sell. And your second job offer, you could earn a little bit more per month, $1,000 per month, but your commission's a little bit less. You only get 1.5% of your total sales. Now, you might use some math to decide which job you would prefer to have. Now, we're not going to worry about this problem right now. We'll come back to it, but, you know, there is some application to this. So the first question is, what is a system of equations? You may not know. You should have your note page right now. You need to make yourself some decent notes. Remember, there's an expectation, you know, that you're making a good effort to try to learn this. So, a system of equations is, write this down, two or more equations together. It can be, we're only going to do two equations together. So an example, it could be anything you want. I mean, it could be y equals 4, that's an equation, it's got an equal sign, and 3x minus 7y equals 6. These are examples. I'll put ex for example. It could be a minus b equals 3, and 2a equals 7. This is a system because there's two equations together, and this is a system because there's two equations. This is the example I'm probably going to kind of work through. X plus y equals 10, and x minus y equals 2. So that's what a system of equations is. Okay, so the next thing is, what is a solution to a system of equations? And a system of equations is two or more equations together. A solution to a system of equations is, write this down, any ordered pair that makes, I'm going to put both equations because we're only going to use two, makes both equations true. But if it had three equations, it would be any values that make all of the equations true. So what I want you to do is take a minute, and that's my phone going off right now. I want you to figure out what the solution to that system is. Hit pause, and you figure out what ordered pairs make those equations true. Hopefully you figured it out. X has to be 6 and y has to be 4. So the solution to this system is x equals 6 and y equals 4, or you can also kind of write it like this, because that's your x coordinate, that's your y coordinate. Because, sorry, my handwriting's not very good. 6 plus 4 equals 10. 6 plus 4 equals 10. And 6 minus 4 equals 2. All right. Now, what are the ways to represent a system of equations? A system of equations can be represented using, obviously, equations. So I'm going to use the example I had before. X plus y equals 10, and x minus y equals 2. So this is the equation. And that's my phone beeping in the background. I don't know if you can hear that. Those are the equations. You can also represent a system of equations using a table or a graph. So I'm just going to put both of these up there. You need to be writing some stuff down. So we can represent this using a table, make an XY chart. Okay, if x is 0, 0 plus what number gives you 10? 10. If I put a 1 in right here, 1 plus what number gives me 10? 1 plus 9. If I put a 2 in for x, 2 plus what number gives me 10? And if x is 3, 3 plus 7 gives me 10. And you can keep going. If I put 4 in for x, 4 plus 6 is 10. And that's for this equation right here. I guess I'll use a different color, so maybe you can figure out. Okay, I'm going to do my table for this one right here. So if I put a 3 in for x, 3 minus what number gives you 2? 1. If I put a 4 in for x, 4 minus what number gives me 2? 2. And 5 minus 3 gives me 2, and 6 minus 4 gives me 2. So that's how you represent this system using equations, a table, and now, to get the graph, all you have to do is plot these ordered pairs. So I'm going to do this one in blue, and I'll do that one in green, I guess, maybe to help. Okay, so 0, 10, hopefully at this point, 1, 9 will be right here, 2, 8, 3, 7, 4, 6. And I guess I'll attempt to draw one here. Alright, not the best line. Okay, and then I hope you know how to plot ordered pairs. 3, 1 is right here. 4, 2 is right here. 5, 3 is right there. It's actually way better to use a ruler or a straight edge. But this is representing the system of equations using equations, tables for each equation, and a graph for each equation. Now, if you look back, if you'll notice, our solution to our system was 6, 4. Guess what you notice about the point of intersection? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I didn't even do that great of a job graphing. Okay, so when you solve a system by graphing, you just find the point of intersection. So I'll write that down. The solution is the point of intersection. Which is right here. Because every point on this line on this table makes this equation true. And every point on this line, represented on this table, makes this equation true. So the only point that's on both lines that makes both the equation true is 6, 4. Last thing, and yes, that's my phone beeping in the background. In this chapter, you're going to learn 4 different methods to solve a system of equations. So the first method is, write this down, is the equal values method. And don't worry about the fact that you don't know what this is. You're going to learn it. The second method is substitution. It's a method called substitution. And the third method is elimination, like eliminate. And the last method is actually by graphing, which is what we just did. It's when you graph both lines, or all graphs, and you find where they intersect. Okay, this is just like a basic introduction to solving systems. Right here, you need to write down any questions that you have. Anything. I still don't understand what the word commission means with the job thing. Any questions you have. If you had struggled with this, then you need to rewatch this. Or rewind part of it. You're responsible for doing and making some kind of effort to learn this. I will see you later. I move tomorrow or on Monday.